or had been questioned by anybody in 6 years. And I will answer for him right now. Go ahead. I will temporarily remove the shield of blackness to answer one question. No, I'm not mentally challenged. Well, I stand by your first statement. I'm going to go ahead and ban you. Thank you. Anyone have any questions about the economy, about foreign policy? Ask away. I could answer any question you have. The problem is, butt sniffer, you don't have a brain cell in your head that's active. No, I don't like chips. You're talking about RFID chips? Or are you talking about Dorito chips? Well, I'd love to answer your question. I'm about done with the third-party stuff. I think they're as bad as the rest. Butt sniffer, you're obviously brain dead. I would love to answer your questions, but you don't have any questions. Well, I think the Roberts campaign assertion that President Obama wants to move Gitmo prisoners to Kansas is legitimate, because President Obama never realized you can't actually keep people in prison against their will without going through the U.S. military. And because he's not completely in charge of the U.S. military, Barack Obama never could have released those people from Guantanamo. And now putting them in Kansas, might as well put... everything's corny in Kansas. You might as well put corn in the terrorists in Kansas. The fact is, they're doing whatever they have to do to vacate that premises, and it's not going to work. When does the change begin? Well, it began when you ran out of money. The nature of reality is, it is as it seems. It's exactly what it seems like. Boring as hell. Yes. The phone number to dial in is 707. Your ATP. Now, I figured out why everybody has let me do this all night. Because the black filter is the shield of blackness, you idiot. And anytime you ask a question that I can't answer, I will use it. I will invoke the black shieldness, the shield of blackness. Meaning, I would call you a racist if you asked me a question I couldn't answer. Go ahead. Well, that's because you're a racist, David Spoonheim. I don't believe I'm worse than anything. I think you're worse than everybody on earth. I think you've become Beelzebub himself. You are Satan. No, 707 is, well, it is long distance unless you got a free dialing plan. Giraffe? Did you get your Obama phone? Did it arrive in the mail? You would have a free a call-in if you had your Obama phone. Would you rather have this guy, this person, this Eddie Munster lookalike as your president? Because that's what's coming. This guy's going to run again. Oh, yeah. You don't even know who he is. You seriously don't even know who he is. Can any one of you name this person and he ran for vice president in the last election? Can you? Thank you. Thank you. Wendell's therapist is a genius. He actually got the answer right. Paul Ryan. Okay. We're having some fun now. Okay. You're not that stupid? Well, I was just putting you to a test there. No, I'm calling you a racist because you asked me a question that Barack Obama could not answer. Therefore, you're a racist. Whenever I hold the black shieldness up, I will call you a racist because that's the only way I can defend against anyone questioning my policies. Okay? Thank you. It's nothing personal. Okay, I'll just call you a racist because according to people nowadays, it's no big deal. Call anybody a racist. No, I can't break this chair. I got it at the Restore store for $3. It's indestructible. No, I'm not a racist. Never have been. I don't have a bald spot. Could you identify where on my head the bald spot is? Hold on. We've got a bald spot meter. I've got to brush the ashes from my nice little oregano joint there. Exactly where am I balding? Could you precisely tell in my hair where my bald spot is? I sure like to know, because I've been looking for it for the longest time, and I can't seem to find it. Is that better? There is no bald spot, you freak. You know, I'm getting sick and tired of talking to you like I was your dad. Well, maybe I am your dad. Is your mom named Judy, by any chance? And does she have wonderful lips that you just want to kiss? I am your dad, son. I donated my genetic material to the genius pool, and she was artificially inseminated with that. I better smoke this oregano. Hang on. Oh, yeah. That's some really good oregano, I'll tell you. Whatever. Hey, they told me I couldn't smoke marijuana on screen, so I've been smoking this oregano ever since. And you can count on me, because I would never lie to you. Guaranteed, just like Barack Obama, he's never lied to you. When he said in the 2008 primary that he was never going to have mandatory health insurance, it won him over Hillary Clinton. Remember that? And then he went ahead and put mandatory health insurance in our doorstep, and then said it wasn't a tax, and then it became a tax, according to Chief Justice Roberts, who, by the way, is an epileptic on heavy medication. Well, I'd like to blow some smoke up your ass, but unfortunately, you're not standing here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's get serious. This is the time of the show when we need to buckle down and get serious. Go ahead. Okay. Hold on. Well, I'm working my hardest here. This oregano is hitting me, kind of making me do weird things. Go ahead. I told you I did not want any political incorrectness on our show. Well, it's cold because the global warming has occurred because of the chemtrails that are being flown over your head every day, which you don't think exist. Okay? Right, every single day in America, chemtrails are flying over our head, blowing past our eyes with climate control technology that's used to create cold weather and a drought in California. Take a look at this. Yeah, it's a real deal, buddy. That's it. They got photographs. You guessed it. Oh, we're standing by. Go ahead. Okay, you saw the picture right there. It is a chemtrail. I love this video. I play it a lot because they don't have a lot of pictures up close. You know, I was going to do a little tribute to Al Jolson, but as you know, I have not done the typical type of discussion I've been doing in the previous Blackface one. I've kept to my impersonation most of the time. On that video, we got OJ on the phone. On that video, I was more like many people think more like a Southern African American. Hey Ed, how you doing? How's it going? How's that doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Ed, doing good, doing.
O.J. Simpson.
O.J. Simpson, okay. OJ, how's that transgender lover of yours?
I don't know if I went to go take my stuff back at the hotel, and I want to know what you're going to do to protect people's rights from having this stuff stolen and sold.
I understand where you're coming from, OJ, but you should never have gone to that Vegas hotel with a firearm. That's where you blew it. Okay, we got a caller coming in. Well, how can I miss that? It's complete blank air. Go ahead, caller.
Hey,
What's wrong with your voice? How come you can't tell me who you are?
Oh, my name is James.
James, are you the one who called the law enforcement on me and I are going to threaten to hurt me now? Got another caller. Hang on.
Call from
Ricky.
Ricky! Go ahead, Ricky. What's your question? Ricky, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I was just wondering, if you were elected president, what would you...
I got it right under control, folks. You see how I went in there and I got rid of that phone call right when they said a bad word? I don't recommend using the N-word on our show, folks. I do not support racism in any form. I'm sorry you heard it. I'm trying to avoid it. I have never said a racial slur in my life. And I will never allow anyone to call me a cracker again without calling them a racist. One thing I've learned from this... Go ahead.
Shout out to Snow White.
Hey, shout out to Snow White, dude. Hey, dude, you're like totally cool there. Call it in, man. Okay, I got another caller. I like freedom of speech. That's why I'm doing this. Okay.
Hello, Mr. President.
Hello there, Ed. How you doing, Mr. President? How you doing?
Hey, Mr. Obama Guard. How you doing there, sir?
Let me ask you a question, Ed. Have you ever been called a cracker by anybody in your life?
Yeah, but it doesn't defend me one whit.
See, he's had it done, and Ed is a Caucasian, okay? Whatever.
No, I'm not just a Caucasian. I'm a Caucasian cracker. Get away.
You're a Caucasian cracker. You see, it's funny how white people can go ahead and call each other cracker and honky, and they can even let black people call them cracker and honky, but for some reason we're so xenophobic about anyone being called the N-word that our whole society is frozen with a little political correctness called constipation up their butt. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm listening. I care.
I'm legit.
Now, this sounds like a legitimate black person. Let's call. Are you a legitimate black person calling us?
Hey, I am a legit. 5 times I got to you, dude. Hey, listen here, buddy. All right, when that phone rings, you have to answer it online. You have to answer it.
I'll try, man. I'll try. I'm working on it.
You're always going to get the ringtone.
I understand.
That's why when you answer it all the time,
it is live. It's totally live. No, it's not dead, Freakazoid. You're dead.
And I get your answering machine.
Okay.
But no, I like you. No, man, you're a good guy, man. I want to vote for you.
Okay.
I like you. I like your views. I believe in you.
All right, man.
You're headed down the right path, man.
I knew I was, man. I knew I was doing the right thing when I got your call. You actually give me positive feelings. I'm liking talking to you, and you're
doing the right stuff. This blackface is funny. It's all funny games.
Let's keep it clear.
I see where you're coming from.
Okay.
Country shit with this black son of a buck we got running.
I hear you, man. You're preaching the choir. I have never said a bad word in my show at all. I love you, man. Thank you so much for calling. God love you and all the people you belong to. All your family members, everybody, including your extended relatives, everybody I wish them a prayer, and I hope you enjoy your beer tonight, and I enjoy your life, because everybody needs to be healthy, happy, and high. All right.
And prosperous, my friend.
And prosperous, but we're not all going to be prosperous. Some people are not going to be as prosperous as Brock and Michelle. Brock and Michelle have snaked away a lot of money to their Cayman Island account. And all doing the bidding of the corporate elitists around the world, they're going to have a huge amount of money when they finally retire and they go their separate ways. The good thing about Brock is he's planned his future well. He's snaked away billions of dollars that no one knows about. But I can't talk about it because I don't know about it either. Yes, go ahead. Well, I just got a call from you, Monster. I mean...
State Department of Justice in your area?
Hey, how you doing? They're going to retire at 40, Michelle and Brock.
In your area? I saw your show smoking the illegal smoke weed on your show. If I see that once again, I'm going to have no choice but to send the Ebola ISIS twice as cheap to drag you back to a house and transport you to the news.
This is Ed having fun. Isn't that
Could
great?
a strange substance found by a Southwest Arkansas man be part of a government test? Well, that's the question at the heart of a phenomenon called chemtrails, now getting widespread attention. Well, tonight, KSLA News 12 investigation reporter Jeff Farrell shows us the results of testing we had done about what's in our skies.
It seemed like some mornings it was just crisscrossing the whole sky, and it was just like a giant checkerboard.
Bill Nichols snapped several photos of the strange clouds from his home in Stamps, Arkansas. They begin as normal contrails from a jet engine, but do not fade away like a normal contrail. Soon after, he saw particles in the air.
Because we'd see it drop to the ground in a haze.
Nichols then noticed the material collecting on the ground.
This is water and stuff that I collected in bowls. I had it set out in my backyard on my dad's pickup truck.
KSLA News 12 had the sample tested at a lab. The results? A high level of barium, 6.8 parts per million.
Yeah, I'm really upset about all that barium in the atmosphere, you know. It makes me sick to see people put weird, contaminated crap in their lungs, you know? It's just wrong. I tell you, when you're enjoying, oregano, pinners, and you're smoking stuff that you don't need, and they put chemtrails in your hair, hello? Mark. Okay, Mark. That sounds like a new caller. I've never sent... Demon, are you saying the N-word? Okay, well, I'm going to ask you to not do that. Hello, go ahead. David, stop smoking that weed. It's not weed, it's oregano. Take it from Barack. Barack would never lie to you. Well, let me tell you, everybody. I have to tell you, I would never tell you a lie. Well, let's be clear. I hear a transgender on the phone. I think I'll take it. Go ahead. What's your question?
Hey, thanks for taking my call. I can't wait for the Black Panthers to gut you.
Ooh, that was Rodney asking the Black Panthers to kill me. I'm glad I didn't take that call. I've got enough evidence against him. Okay. Good voice impersonation of yourself.
Well, let's just start to propose some answers that might better...
Okay, we got a WikiLeaks 9/11 thing going down. Let's hear that. That looks good. I won't spend much time doing this, but it's interesting to see that these stories just don't go away.
So on the tenants article, I saw a couple of things. I started with the impact zones of
Go
the
ahead.
towers because I thought that was interesting that a company called Marsh & McLennan occupied all of the floors in the North Tower where the plane impacted and the fires kind of raged there.
Right.
Marsh & McLennan was this big insurance broker, financial company.
Yeah.
And those floors that Marsh occupied were the exact floors that had been updated for fireproofing in the few years before 2011.
Oh.
So 110 stories, and there was only 8 of them that got full floor fireproofing upgrades, and all 8 of them were Marsh & McLennan, floors 93 to 101, where the plane impacted. So I thought that was pretty odd.
Yeah.
Started looking at Marsh. I thought,
Good story. We're going to have to look at that. Yeah, that's probably something that will never be featured in the mainstream media, but I will look at it myself. Look at Damon Dave. Who's been dropping the N-word here? Richard, are you doing it? Because I see you writing it. And don't write it when referring to other people. Thank you. And Damon, please stop saying that. Just don't write it in your chat. It's kind of funny what you're doing, but it's not that funny. Okay, go ahead. Yeah. Okay, getting the same call from the same guy. Hey, go ahead. What's your question?
Do not hang up yet. Let me finish my statement, please, sir.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
You must admit, at least I do not demoralize your show like the Nazi Rodney does. You have to at least admit that.
Well, I don't know if Rodney's a Nazi, and I don't even know if he's threatening us right now. But I can tell you, his voice is a classic match for the threat I just got, claiming that the Black Panthers were coming to get me.
Of a YouTube video that I saw. What's up, my neighbor?
Well, I don't know. Okay. Go ahead. We'll add you to the call. Go ahead. Go ahead, callers. What's your question?
Hey, David, you're getting awesome with this calling shit. You got that right. You're fucking that shit right from the call. You're good to go, buddy.
Thank you, my man. Well, I appreciate that.
What do you know about this Rodney guy? What do you think about this Rodney guy?
You know, I don't know anything about him. All I can tell you, he hangs out in our room a lot, and that's all I can tell you.
I used to like this Rodney dude, but I just don't know about him anymore.
Well, you sure sound different than he is. I don't think you're him. So I think you're a real guy, and I really...
I ain't Rodney. I'm not Rodney at all.
Okay.
I'm a real guy. I'm from the middle of the U.S. of A.
Right on, brother. Right on. Okay, let's take another caller. Okay, we're going to call a three-way call. This is like a three-way with caller number 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead.
Hey, I don't do threesomes, Mr. Spine.
Oh, wow. We can all yell at each other?
Yeah, you can do that.
Mayhem on your end there, David.
Happy Halloween, everybody. Happy Halloween. And happy freedom. And welcome to my nightmare.
Hey, where do you find your callers?
Welcome to my nightmare. Well, I hear you. This is one of the best calls we've ever had from anybody. Hey, how about that Ebola commercial? Let me play a little commercial.
A very rare strain of the Ebola virus. It produces mRNA, the deadliest of the stem loop structures. Oh, don't worry, it's not an airborne strain.
Excuse me, how long have you been studying the Ebola virus?
Well, I'm not actually a scientist, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night.
Stay smart. Stay at a Holiday Inn Express.
Well, I'm glad that the Ebola virus has been very effective. Yes, it's very good. Welcome to my show. And you thought I was Blackzilla? Oh, sorry. Sorry. Okay. And I looked up Blackzilla, and it turns out that there is a guy who actually did Blackula. You know what I'm talking about? Are you with me? You look like Michelle. I looked a little like Michelle. Yeah. Let's see if we get a good matchup for that. You've seen Blackula? It's a show that came out in 1972. And I was going to play a little of it tonight for you, but, you know, we don't have to do that. We can just go ahead and do whatever you want. And even do the nasty thing. Oh, did I say something bad? I'm sorry. She was very upset. But no, let's take a look at Michelle. It's something to compare. Okay. Now you're saying that I look like the transgender Michelle. Okie dokie. Let's take a look. Adam's apple revealed in this picture. Let's see if we can do a similar crossover image transfer. Let's bring it down a little bit. Bring it down a little bit. Okay. Man, she's got one heck of a set of choppers, doesn't she? Him, her, whatever. I'm so happy I have 26 servants. And no one knows I'm a transgender. Okay, now let's try it with the teeth. I want to suck your blood. Whatever. Okay. No, tonight's broadcast is not over. We're just getting started. Callers are coming in. Stop saying the N-word here. All right. Please don't say disparaging things about our president's transgender wife. Please. Thank you. I'd appreciate that. Blackula, here we go. Thank you for the link. 1972.
Black Prince, I curse you with my name. You shall be Blackula.
Blackula.
The Black Avenger.
That's pretty good. So there really was a Blackula show. I can't understand what you're saying. Go ahead, I can't. What's going on?
Yeah, I was wondering what your opinion is about Hillary coming out.
Well, I think she's just a little too old for the job, and frankly, too connected to corporate pigs.
What about
Whoa, I got it right on the first N-word. So far, we've only had 3 of those N-words on our show. Jeff Wayne, the show over. What kind of a statement is that? Is your life over? Heck no. You're in it for the long haul. Okay. Every time I see this little pinner, I want to light it up. Okay. That oregano is pretty strong. Hold it. I don't need to hold it. That just puts more tar in your lungs. I was going to vape for you, but after all these threats, I wasn't going to do it. Go ahead. Oregano? Well, that's weird. Hell, I'm smoking oregano and you're calling. Huh. Okay, let's take this call. Hello, oregano. What a funny name. Hello? Okay, that's bordering on boredom. I need to do something different. Yeah, less tar in your lungs. Let's talk about the poppy production that's increased over the past few years. Okay? This is, who's the drug dealer? This is Taliban-related poppy, right? 2008, all the way up to when Barack Obama took over. And you thought that was the end of it, right? You thought that was all the poppy that would be growing. Well, wrong. Ding, 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 ding. Welcome to Barack Obama's administration, where the poppy continues to go up in value, or rather down in value, more in production. We've got 2009, steady year, 2010, and then they continue to go up, 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 and now in 2013, poppy production greater than ever, even more than Bush. Now that shows you that the Afghanistan war is really important, and it's good we went over there and killed innocent people unnecessarily to protect the poppy growers, you know? And I'm glad all of you brainless idiots are asking those serious questions. Now go ahead, Oregano.
Bye. What's
your question? Yeah, he just keeps hanging up on me. Happy Halloween, everybody! You know, in about 8 minutes, I tend to believe that our president is a triple agent. That's my take on the whole thing. You can believe whatever you want. I've always believed that Barack Obama was not who he said it was. And if the U.S. economy is in the crapper, we should start growing poppies like the Afghanistan people. Right. Well, that's why I want to legalize marijuana, because I think that it'll help at least begin the process of preparing our terrible economy, which they're covering up right now. Janet Yellen, the new chairman of the Federal Reserve, has stated that our quarterly growth rate has gotten to 3.3%. And I don't know where she's pulling that out of her ass or wherever, but it's kind of confusing me because there's a lot of butt hairs in the middle there. Go ahead. I think I got a threat from a transgender. Go ahead. Threaten us. Threaten everybody. Go ahead. Threat. Go ahead. I'm waiting. Yeah. See, I scared them away. Dave Obama, you look awesome. Thank you. Well, thanks so much for coming in. I know a lot of you have tried hard to talk to the president, and we're unable. And I'm glad I was able to give you a little time tonight, sharing with the American people issues that are important to them. Now, I want all of you to remember that I did make a video, and you can watch the video anytime you want at this location. It's a video at the David John Sponheim YouTube account. And it is a 3.5 minute dance video. You can dance to it. You can do whatever you want. You can watch it over and over again. It may teach you something. But what it's really all about is how Barack Obama single-handedly turned our country upside down, overspending $6.66 trillion in 6 years. We got Butt Sniffer calling. I think, Butt Sniffer, have you called before, or is this the first time you've called?
The second time, Dave. But hey, see, it takes you a little. You gotta answer that like the first or second ring.
I'm not your go boy. Don't tell me what to do. Okay? Thank you. Okay. I like silence. I got a silent caller on the phone. Hello, silent caller. What do you want to say?
Hey, yeah, you need to check your privilege, you little.
Check my privilege. Now that's a little weird. Coming from a guy who tells me he's transgender, I need to check my privilege. What the hell is that all about? Butt Sniffer, don't tell me what to do. You don't want to tell the future president of the United States what to do, okay? That's the first thing you got to learn in life. I don't take orders from anybody, okay? You can pull your vote and stick it back up your ass. Yeah. Thank you. Cool look. Thank you, Neil. Yeah, I kind of feel like I'm better looking in this look than anybody could possibly be. I mean, look at how cool I am. I could go out on Florida's street right now and people will be going, yeah, man, I want to connect with you, man. I want to get down. Yeah. Come on, baby. Get down on it. But no, seriously. We'll take Mr. Anderson, I presume. Go ahead. Mr. Anderson. Mr. Anderson. Oh, Sarah didn't make the show. She doesn't approve of this entire thing. I did it because I want to do it and because I've got free speech, and thank God I live in America. Because if I didn't, I'd be some sort of a toasty little alien sitting there in the middle of Mars. Like this guy. Yeah, he's a little prehistoric alien dude, reptilian, that we found out in the dumpster. And we said, well, is this real? Or is this Barack Obama's distant cousin? I don't know. But if Barack Obama really is an alien, then I must stand corrected. I did not know that. Okay. Yeah, I look cool. You know, I could seriously hang with some serious people looking like this. SWAT? They don't care about me. I've never done anything bad to anybody. You know, the nice thing about my show is I'm doing my best to be politically correct. And I'm doing my darndest to show people in a good light what an African-American president could sound like. And I got to tell you, if you can't take the humor, then you need to leave our country, because we are a nation of free speech. Now, Barack Obama could do a whiteface impersonation of me for all I care. It wouldn't matter to me. I don't hate on anybody, Butt Sniffer. I just don't like people telling me what to do, and when you do that, you're no longer my butt buddy. Check this out. In England, you get arrested for calling somebody a packy. Seriously. Well, I didn't really see anything there, but I guess the people were saying something and they were arrested. Oh, she's awesome too. Yeah, I realized that she doesn't support this, and that's why I did what I did. You know, the nice thing about doing a show like this is I feel like I live in a country that is free. Believe it or not, it is a big, huge step for a country like ours to allow people to do whatever they want. And you know, I need to defend that at all times, in every way. We cannot sit back and become like England or any other country that we left. That we seriously do not want to be like those people. We need people to talk about how they feel. Now, if African Americans are upset about the racial profiling going on in our country, they need to speak up. If white people are upset about the racial profiling going on in our country, you need to speak up. If you're tired of being turned down because you're black or white in any particular way, you need to speak up. We need more fairness out there, and we're not getting it. You know, I believe that we should be judged on the content of our character, not the color of our skin. And I will do everything I can as a future president, as David Sponheim, once I get out of this blackface, to continue the pursuit of freedom in America and continue the pursuit of your privacy. And I mean protecting your privacy, not looking in on your privacy. Protecting your freedom, your right to bear arms, your right to free speech, your right to a speedy trial, your right to due process. All those things are what make this country great. The 80s are over? Oh, sorry. Okay, cancel everything I said. You told me to answer the phone a certain time. Oh, there you are. Good for you. You broke away from your crack pipe for a while. Good for you. I look like Tony Montana from Scarface? I don't think so. In fact, I can prove that. It won't take me long. It takes me all of a second, and we're up and running. Let's take a look. Okay. 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 Say hello to my little friend. Okay. You tell me that Mr. Sosa? Okay. Mr. Sosa, say hello to my little friend, okay? You like that? Okay. See, I don't look a bit like Tony Montana. I don't know how you can say that. I don't look a bit like him. I've got a big lower lip. He doesn't have that, okay? Okay. Oh, anyway, we're having some fun tonight, and I want to thank all of you for being special. You got your 6 little friends. We're going to talk to Marta and Hector. And then, you want to know the leg, huh? Okay. Okay, a lot of... Yeah. Well, I can get a little bit of the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yeah, go ahead and make my day. Well, the question is... Now, I told you to not do that. I'm going to purge you every time you do that, okay? Hey, it's the end of the show, everybody. I hope you had a fun time. I'm gonna rinse my hair out after the show. But while I do this, I am going to play you another video on another show on another computer. Well, I won't stop the show. I got another hour and a half of video to play you. And the reason why I have another hour and a half that is not live is because I actually did a pre-show that I could have uploaded from any location. Thank you, DJ Stingy. I could have uploaded this pre-show to any location. So you're going to see another show, an hour and a half long, an hour and 40 minutes long, if you want to watch it, introduced by a new character I'm developing. And I'm going to give it to you as a gift because it's going to be uploaded to YouTube. And I'm burning it along with this 3.5-minute video is already done. It's out there. So that we'll have a lot of this stuff to look at in perpetuity, and you'll be able to cut the other one. This one's going to be a little hard to cut because of the quality. But the one I'm uploading to YouTube, you'll be able to cut and play with and do whatever blackface video you want to do. Okay? That's the whole deal. And I don't care what you do with it, personally. I really don't care, because the big message that I wanted to get across in this entire 3-hour show, which I did, is that David Sponheim doesn't get any coverage at all. Nobody cares about a white guy running for Congress. Seriously. And a across the nation, people around the country like me who want to change politics, want to get into the political spectrum, oftentimes don't fit in. So what I have to do is blaze the way for other people to come on in to American politics and join America's Third Party. Join me at davidsponheim.com. At least check out our site and contribute in some way. And become part of the political process, because I think that's what's really missing in America right now, is the lack of political process. All right, so enjoy the show. Coming up in just a second, I'm going to give you a little video while I segue to the next segment of our show. Okay? Thank you so much for coming in and joining our show. It's good. I do look a little orange, I agree. It's kind of hard to find the exact makeup that will work to help wake up America. I'll be right back.
Is it all this? Is it not fair? Me standing here in the wrong, you left me this year. Sending isn't it bliss? You don't approve. Those who keep tearing me down, now I can't move. Where are those? Send in the clouds, just as I thought. Closing the doors, finally knowing the ones that I wanted are yours. Making my entrance again with my usual glare.
Okay, everybody. We're going offline for about 1 minute, and we'll be back up in the other room. See you. Another hour and 40, actually it's a 2-hour extended show, okay? But I won't be here. So you're going to be watching the recorded video that I would have played had I been attacked on our show tonight. So I want to thank all of you for coming in. Let's take a look at chat here. All right, good. Hey, it's great to have gotten this out of the way, because I know a lot of you people wanted blackface too, and were wondering when it was going to come out. Well, we're hoping that it will help in some way get the word out that we're building a brand new show. UK0121 says, great show, Dave. Butthurt Butt Sniffer is very upset. Hello, everyone. Now you look like Billy Bob Thornton. Well, come on, sit in my lap, Amber. Come on. You can be a good kitty. Go ahead. You got it. There's my kitty cat, everybody. Let's take a look. There you are, Miss Beautiful Kitty Cat of America. She's got the smoothest coat ever. I have a brown makeup, Richard. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry it's orange for you, but the reality is you can never be perfect for everybody. My gosh, Dave, you just look like everyone tonight, don't you? No, I don't look like everyone. I look like Billy Bob Thornton and Barack Obama and Speaker of the House Boner. I mean Boehner. Hey! Well, thank you so much, Richard. I know that as a Republican, you are concerned about the Republican Party. And I would love the Republicans to wake up and realize that they're losing their constituents by losing track of certain fiscally conservative issues. And I would ask every Democrat out there who thinks they can tax and spend how they're different from a communist. because I'd like to know the difference between a tax and spend Democrat and a communist, because they're starting to sound the same way to me as every other one. You know, when the Democrats attacked me for doing a parody of Barack Obama, we all know that this is a country dedicated to free speech, and if they continue to do that, they're going to look like idiots. Thank you, man. For real? Thanks, Butt Sniffer. Well, my heart goes out to you for having been hung up on. But I oftentimes had to clip it because, you know. But hey, I appreciate your non-vote, and we'll look forward to you not voting for me again in the future. Oh, I do have nipples. Hey, how about if I do a little dance for you? No, I can't take my teeth out. That would be dangerous. Okay. But I will play you a little clip from my alter ego. Let's take a look. This is from the Democrats Against Free Speech. And I want to say thank you for coming in tonight. We'll have plenty of shows tonight later on. Okay. This is the video you're going to see, starting with number 1 and 2. But in the meantime, I've got another video for you on tap. Let's bring it into play. There's the other video. Okay? And then the third video is the one I'm going to play first. Okay, here we go. Enjoy. 2 more hours of David John Sponheim. Take care.
Hello. Hi, my fellow Americans. My name is, well, I'd rather keep my name private for fear that someone might attack me on the internet. I want to remain completely anonymous, but I am a registered Democrat, and I am starting an organization called Democrats Against Free Speech in response to what I believe is an inappropriate use of free speech in which someone said something I didn't like. Let me explain. There is a person by the name of David Sponheim who has been making fun of Barack Obama, and he claims that he's using free speech to do it. Now, I find that very disturbing. First of all, it's offensive to black people that he should pretend to be a person like Barack Obama. And although I've never met any black people that were actually offended, but actually, well, maybe there are some people if we look hard enough. But a lot of you people, Democrats, must feel the same way as I do. After all, his freedom of speech doesn't really seem important. He should be suppressed and told not to do this because it's derogatory toward black people. Now, I've been told that by many of my black friends that using the word African American is inappropriate. So I believe that we should also make that illegal, to call people African American, because I've talked to many black people that are very offended by the use of the word African American. I've met Jamaican Americans that are offended by the word African. I've met Africans offended by the word, well, American. And as a registered Democrat of 30 years, I feel it's important that other Democrats gather together and talk about how hurtful it is that this person, David Sponheim, is making videos and parodying our president, our great president, who's done so many great things. I can't even go there. He helped me with Obamacare. I pay 30% more for my premiums now, but I'm getting a $10,000 deductible as opposed to a $1,000 deductible, and I guess that could be very expensive. But bottom line is, we don't need anyone questioning Barack Obama, especially considering most of these people that question him are racist. Now, if you talk about Obamacare in a way that makes it seem like it's all about big business and big companies, like big insurance companies making money, that really wasn't what Obamacare was all about. Obamacare was designed to help people with pre-existing conditions keep their insurance policy. Well, I know that didn't exactly happen, and I'm digressing. I'd rather not talk about the issues. I would rather just call this David Sponheim a racist for questioning the president. I think that's much more appropriate, considering we Democrats need to stick up for ourselves. Now, I normally don't get very demonstrative, but I feel it's important to demonstrate my anger at David Sponheim for parroting the president. Okay? So let's get down and boogie, okay? Just like in the Saturday Night Live series, The Church Lady. I love that scene where she dances. Get down on it, yeah. Get down on it. Boogie like a white person. Get down on it, yeah. Okay, so anyone who says that white people can't have fun haven't been to some of our Democratic caucuses where we talk about things like what kind of vodka to drink, and, there's some kind of vodkas that just don't give you the same buzz. But guess what? This David Sponheim wants to legalize marijuana. Can you believe that? I find that disgusting. The fact that he wants to legalize something that's so non-addictive and good for people. And, well, okay, getting back to the subject of Democrats against free speech, I would like all of you to think about your vote in the upcoming election and see if you can vote in people that can take away your freedom, because I think that's the way to go. Freedom isn't that important. It's kind of overrated, As long as you're safe, everything's fine, and you don't need the right to bear guns and gun rights. You don't need the freedom of speech that this person seems to think he has. You just need to be nice to people, and everything will be great. That's the future of this great nation. So please consider voting against free speech in the future. And maybe we'll have another banner new performance with our next leader in the Democratic Party, because they're so important to us, aren't they, everybody? Come on, think like a Democrat, okay, and stop this ridiculous free speech.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for coming in. Well, ladies and gentlemen, members of the press, I want to thank all of you for participating in our show so far, and people who are just watching the chat because you're a troll. Well, hello everybody. It's me, Barack Obama. How are you? Well, let's be clear. This is just a parody video of Barack Obama. And for all of you who are watching the show, I want you to know that we got a lot of fun things ahead of you for the show. And we're going to make sure that we're not going to be disrespectful for anybody, any race, creed, or color. We're going to do everything we can to work on a good, solid impersonation of Barack Obama. So let's listen in on the words from Barack about Ebola.
Shook hands with, hugged, and kissed. Not the doctors, but a couple of nurses at Emory because of the valiant work that they did in treating one of the patients. They followed the protocols. They knew what they were doing, and I felt perfectly safe doing so.
Well, you did. Well, that's real good to know. Barack, I got news for you. We're not feeling too safe right now. The American people are quite concerned that you might be kind of blown. So, as I bring in the video, we're going to talk a little bit about Barack Obama, and but most of all, we're going to touch on subjects that are important to you.
Now, I am representing a small little venue here. We're going to be selling these official Broke Insane Obama's glasses on our website. Now, if you want to actually tune in, you can come on into our show. And, well, great. How you doing? Let me get rid of this camera and bring in another camera. There you go. And notice how my skin tone is a little bit lighter there. You know, I'm going to do a little title thing for you here, and I'm going to put my website out there for you to look at. Okay? And we're gonna stream it along. We're going to keep it streaming during the show. Now, if you're wondering what would make a guy like me do an impersonation video of Barack Obama, I understand that's on a lot of people's minds. Well, number one, I was a Democrat for 30 years, and it doesn't work out too well. As you know, the Democrats are calling me racist on the media and in the foreign press. And I don't believe that I am racist. I think I have the right to impersonate the president. And I've never said a racial slur in my life. So let's be clear. We're going to talk a lot with my hands today. We're doing a full demonstration. I believe I did a little dance for you earlier. I'm also going to lighten up my hair tone, and this is kind of a tutorial on how to keep your hair looking great. Okay. We're also going to talk a little bit about my previous administration here, the Bush administration, and I might drink this. We're also going to roll a little marijuana cigarette to make sure everybody knows how to roll a marijuana cigarette, because I wouldn't want anyone to not know how to roll a cigarette. It could make you real high. Now, as you know, I smoked marijuana most of my adult life. As president, I have not legalized it because I don't think it'll help the economy. We had a big town hall meeting a while back, and I've got two cameras going. Hang on. Yeah. Oh, well, I kind of like the other camera. I'm going to bring that down, make it more relevant, and we'll take and zoom in on my face whenever we want important things to be said in the show. Oh, this is great. Yeah. Now, let me raise that just a little bit. There we go. Everything is being filmed live. So if you're experiencing this after show, so to speak, we will be dealing with all kinds of other things. Now, we're going to take the camera of Barack Obama back up, and we're going to bring in the American flag. We think that that's appropriate because obviously America did choose Barack Obama, albeit only 29% of the population chose him. Oh, and I also have a good microphone for this broadcast, so I'm going to bring that in too. So let's take a look. I'll play that video one more time while I get my microphone, and you can just hear your president say everything's okay if you touch an Ebola victim. Excuse me, a nurse that touched an Ebola victim. Thank you.
I want to use myself as an example just so that people have a sense of the science here. I shook hands with, hugged, and kissed, not the doctors, but a couple of the nurses at Emory because of the valiant work that they did in treating one of the patients. They followed the protocols, they knew what they were doing, and I felt perfectly safe doing so.
Okay.
And sure. I want to use myself as an example.
Please don't. Thank you. I appreciate it. Don't use yourself as an example. That would be great. You know, one of the things I don't like about a president that gives false assurance, and this is what Broke did not do as president. Many people have been asking for the return of Broke Insane Obamas. Welcome. Mark, I think I hear some septic tanks being pumped out in my neighborhood. Or maybe that's an F-18 flying over my head. Okay, either way. Yeah, I think we've got a better camera. I can get rid of this one and bring this one in. Hey, how are you? Okay, now I just want to remind you that we will be selling the Broke Insane Obama's classes on our site. So everyone who wants to get in on this good deal can do that. I also have a microphone that I talked to Michelle, my transgender lover, about doing the Mr. Microphone. Hang on, I got to get rid of that. No, oh, hold on. Okay, I don't know how many, oh, you wanted me to do a little dance for you. Okay, hold on. This is the first of the show, so let's get in the mood. Let's get down and boogie. I'm going to stick the microphone in.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. This should sound a lot better. All right, so we're going to be doing a little thing here. Going to be like a tutorial. I'm going to lighten my hair. I am using, I'm dusting a little white flour on my head, just to make it look more like gray, you know? Because Barack is great in office there. He's had a lot of graying activity. Well, you know that. Well, let's be clear. I know what you're saying. You're saying, David, how come you're not doing your original Broke Insane Obama's video? Well, I got to tell you, there's been a lot of people who said that, David, you sound more like a reptilian when you do that video, and I don't like it. Or it sounds racist, and they don't like that. So in a little while, once I drink my Bush beer, I'm probably going to have a little momentary lapse of imitation where I go into other dialogues to make sure that we talk more like Barack Obama on a deadly basis. But sometimes we go way off and talk like this. So if you happen to experience this dialogue change, it is absolutely necessary for me to do what my thing is to do. You know what I'm saying? All right? You got to do what you do. Oh, hold on. I was slipping into the alter ego character. We're not going to do that. Okay. We are recording all frames of our show. Now, I did a little coffee because I'm getting a little dry around the lips. Hold on. I hope all of you have enjoyed the wonderful. Could you advance the teleprompter? Thank you. I hope you've all enjoyed the wonderful time as I have parodied the president in 2008 and tried to warn you that in 6 years' time, we would be starting wars all around the world. And I even did a parody video, a dance video, that will be released shortly. And I'm looking forward to how your impression is of that. Okay. So now, luckily, the girls are gone at school, paid for by you, the taxpayer. And I believe Michelle, my transgender lover named Michael, has been on vacation continuously, along with her 26 servants in the White House. Thank you. All right. Okay, everybody's tuned in to what's happening. If you're a little bit bored, don't worry. I can always continue my lightning technique. Now, I'm using white flour because there is no black flour. I looked, and there is no darker flour. There are a lot of things in the market that are white, you know? Oh, I'm getting a little pullback here. Hold on. There we go. For some reason, this side of my head keeps dipping down. There we go. People say, David, I'm sorry, Brock. I mean, Broke. I wish I knew who I was. That's a Freudian slip, in case you didn't know that. Well, they asked, David, why are you so obsessed with Barack Obama? And the answer is because he's the Prince of Darkness, and I've been inspired by the Lord Jesus to save all of you from the depths of doom and apocalypse. But that's a religious issue, and I don't think it's appropriate. So, being this is a political show, we're going to talk about how I'm going to lead the country to greater happiness. Yeah, now that looks more like graying. See that sound? And I think he's balding a little bit. There we go. Okay. And you notice the scar from the reptilian surgery? Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming in to our show today. And I know that many of you are suffering from a great deal of depression due to the apparent spread of Ebola. I can't tell you with any assurance that, like Brock can, that if you touch anything, it'll be fine. I don't touch anything anymore, except for my wig. All right. That's the one problem with having flour on your head. It does tend to lighten your temples, but I'm breathing it, and it's bothering me because I'm ultra sensitive to white flour. Now, did I remember to tell you that, well, make no mistake about it. These cool broken St. Obama glasses will be on sale on my website. A limited selection, and it will be available for anyone who wants to purchase these. I don't know the price yet. I haven't decided how much I'm going to profit, like Brock did, from all of his concessions. Let's be clear. I know that a lot of you have... Hang on. This is really bugging me. I knew this would be a problem. I almost should put a little super glue in here, you know? But you notice the whitening of my temples kind of blends it out there. Okay. You know, a man tends to get a little white around this area right here. See? That's if you're a man. And now, if you're a transgender, I don't know. I'll have to ask. Oh, that was a little too much there. See? Now, people say, Brock. What are you doing during the day when you're not working, trying to inform the American people about the dangers? Oh, I see in chat, everybody's happy. Well, yes, this is live. Shut up! Sorry, we got a couple people in the background that are kind of keeping out of the... Okay, hang on. Hold it just... Yeah, we'll get to the drinking of the beer and the smoking of the marijuana. Hold on. Now, if anybody asks me any more questions about Benghazi, I'm going to hold up my shield of blackness. Now, you notice it is black, 100%. And I can guard against anybody questioning me on any issue, simply by saying, look, make no mistake about it. We don't have to talk about that because of my blackness. Okay? Thank you. We'll be fielding questions from the chatters during our show. And I want to thank all of you for coming in. Notice how I have not used the teleprompter 100% of the time. Consequently, I've been able to enunciate my words a little bit more. Oh, hold on. I have a misspelling on the name Obamas. Oh, I should have caught this. Hold on just a second. It is Obama-us. All right? Yeah. Big difference in the vernacular in how you say those words. Well, many of you in the Democratic Party have been working on strategies to uproot me and ruin my chances of becoming the rightful president in 2016. Broke, insane Obamas. I know that a lot of you have been enamored by Broke, but I understand that you want Brock. And it's a little bit different to have a guy named Insane as opposed to Hussein in my middle name. And incidentally, I want to thank all the people in the press, and the Foreign Press Corps, for keeping that name Hussein out of the entire election in 2008. Thank you. And we want to make sure that you put it back in the election in 2016 because it's going to get real insane. I mean, really. I wish I could zoom in more, but all I can do is give you a second camera with my face closer to you. All right. So, it's getting a little weird. And one of the reasons why, by the way, yeah, sure. Okay. One of the reasons why I chose to do the character in our current movie. Whoops, sorry. Got a little bleed through from the green screen. Hold on. Now it's getting confusing. Yes, this is live. I told you it was live. Well, you stop spamming. Thank you. I have to continue to, when I do a live chat every day, which Barack Obama doesn't do, it's a big difference. I have to constantly kick out the haters. Now, he never had that problem. Unfortunately, I had to because it was necessary to maintain my presence on the internet. Even though a person can't really get any time in front of the mainstream media unless you're either a CIA agent like Brock or you're a paid pundit like the 35 people that broadcast every day on ABC, CBS, NBC, CNN, Fox, you name it. Sorry if I didn't mention your network. Okay, thank you. But yeah, so hopefully your audio is better. I'm looking at the stream. It looks good. Okay. We are going to drink a little beer. I decided I need to wet my whistle, and what better beer than to drink than the Bush beer? Oh my gosh, I forgot to switch my camera around. Hold on. I've got the wrong layout. Well, I'll be darned. There we go. Oh, all right. Yeah, now you can see it. See? Bush beer. So we're going to drink this whole, I guess this is a 16-ouncer, typical beer that any common alcoholic would drink. And I want to ask you, if I had access to the beer manufacturing position in America, for instance, if I could make beer at the White House, would you like to drink a blueberry Hefeweizen? Because I think that'd be great. A blueberry Hefeweizen is the kind of beer that makes my palate tingle. Sound a little like George Bush there. People die fighting for good beer. Laura and I drink all the time. But no, seriously. All right, this whole time in front of you will be done with certain impersonations. Bear in mind, I am an impersonation artist, even though my head keeps slipping off here. Hang on. Okay, get down on it. Okay. Oh, I got the bouncy chair. Well, this is good. Okay, let's get better. Let's get ready to talk. Okay, yeah. Now, did we do a little bit more hair lightening? Are we good? We're good. Okay. I'm going to put the white flour away, and I'd like to ask every one of you an important question. As we face nuclear holocaust, the coming apocalypse, I've got a big question for all of you, because a lot of you have not asked this question of yourselves. Should you drink a light beer or a dark beer? Now, every morning I'm faced with these kind of tough decisions, and I usually tell my handlers, I'll take a light beer and then 2 dark beers so that it's not racially prejudiced against black people. How about that? Oh, did I say anything remotely racist? Please forgive me. And all of you overly uptight white people with extreme white guilt, I want to tell you that, Barack is half white. It's no big deal to say that his mother, who was an erotic dancer and movie star and CIA agent, along with his grandmother, but we don't want to get into that. They were white. All right? You understand? They were white. Don't let yourself get fooled here. So I'm not that far away from an African American. Now, just because I smoke marijuana on occasion doesn't mean I smoke it most of my adult life. You see the little marijuana sign there? It's a zigzag. We're going to be rolling a cigarette and smoking it right in front of you on the camera. I hope you like that. Now, no, this is live. I told you it was live, okay? Everybody's asking me, David, how can you do this? How can you do this impersonation video of Barack Obama? Well, for one, I'm a little bit upset with my hair because it keeps falling forward, going up. You see, I got to keep pulling it down, like my head. It could be the reptilian head is coming. No, well, that's better. All right. Okay. Going to drink a little more coffee. This is not an endorsement of any particular restaurant. I just happened to get this in 1998 at the Red Robin restaurant. It was a promotion for, and I hope they do well. They have a wonderful seafood Alfredo dish that I love to get every time I go there. All right. Now, if you want to know who I am, I'm the guy down here on the website. And I'm the guy who will help make you aware of how corrupt your current administration is. And we're going to talk a little bit about how Barack Obama has promoted an Arab Spring and created a Muslim takeover in 6 countries around the world. Now, in my video, my music video, which I'm sure many of you are watching over and over again because it's so fun, I like to dance too. You will see that I talk about the countries that we're now engaged in. And I want all of you to know that Barack didn't have anything to do with the entire thing. He's just a puppet. He's a guy who was told early on at Occidental College, he was told to join the CIA and become the black president, the first black president. I mean, this concept was thrown around a long, long time ago before Barack ever came on the scene. And then all of a sudden, people were calling him the Miles Davis of politics, a rock and roll star. And all of that was hype, too. That was all made up. Lots of people got lots of money to promote Barack Obama. And no one's gotten any money to promote broke, insane Obamas, I assure you. We have received nothing to do these videos. I have a purpose, and that is to help the American people get out of the terrible Holocaust that Barack Obama has created. And created in a way that it's almost impossible for us to pinpoint all the different people in our shadow government. But we, as Americans, can build a third party and change the dimension of our future. And that's why I'm doing the entire blackface video. In case you're wondering, I, as an average man, well, heck, I don't even use my fake voice here. Let's go ahead and break into David Sponheim for a moment. I, as an average man, have been unable to get any media coverage in the mainstream media. Not because my ideas are not good. Not because we don't have solutions for America that will solve America's problems, jobs, real estate improvement, getting out of foreign wars, building green, clean technologies. It's because people are so hooked on the idea that we have to have a black president, and he uses his shield of blackness all the time. And there's absolutely no reason why we should be hung up on that idea right now. This guy has been a puppet since the beginning of his presidency. I've got a phone call, but I can't answer it. Hold on. Well, no, I don't take calls. But the reality is, you couldn't reach Barack Obama either on the phone. That's the reality. Now I'm slipping back into broke again. Thank you. Well, thank you for that momentary lapse of being David Sponheim for a second. That was fun. Trailer. Okay. Oh, that was my sister. She's on a photo shoot. Yeah. Well, that's good. Great. Oh, well, that's great. This in from Huffington Post. Right before the fiscal cliff deal closed, Obama ordered pay raises for Congress, federal workers, and Joe Biden. This is how disconnected he is from the real fiscal problems our country's facing. President Barack Obama gave a New Year's gift to returning members of Congress, federal workers, and Vice President Biden, signing an executive order calling for an end to a years-long pay freeze. Now, according to this, it says as of March 27th, 2013, federal employees will see a 0.5% to 1% pay increase. And Biden will get a pay increase from $225,000 to $231,900 per year. Huge increases. Boehner, Speaker of the House Boehner, will increase his salary as well, so will Harry Reid. But the problem is Barack Obama doesn't understand the Constitution, which clearly states that any pay raises have to go on in the following an election year. So these pay raises that he's ordered for Congress will not take place till 2014 after the next election, which is interesting that our president doesn't even understand the Constitution. Right. All right, so we're talking right now to my sister who just called during our show, and as you know, she's working on a movie. I won't say what, but on location, and I want to thank you for calling. Thank you very much. And we'll get back to you as soon as we can. We're going to be pretty busy with the vacation schedule ahead for the Obamas. We're going to be tracking and Ebola. Well, Ebola is spreading too. Okay. Well, you think Ebola is a false flag? No, I can talk about it. You want to talk about it online? Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking to my sister Connie.
Yeah, it's a complete hoax. Everybody can relax. It's a complete hoax. I did a lot of research, but I want you to have a show, so I want to get off.
Well, you're on the show. I just brought you in. You see, I had to talk about how Barack Obama.
I didn't know.
Well, you're on now, and thanks for the cameo. Barack Obama.
Oh, well, anyway.
Yeah. Now, Ebola is some sort of a false flag to get vaccines in people. Killing people with vaccines?
It's a way to keep us distracted. It is a great way to keep everybody in fear and distracted from what is really going on, which is the economy,
right.
Which is a lack of an economy,
right.
Which is a lot of other things that are going on that have to do with our people on the streets. And I mean, it's a real good way to do it. And my research over and over again tells me that it's a complete hoax, and that actually in the west of Africa, they've eradicated all the cases. They're actually they've pulled back. There's hardly anyone who has it, and nobody's talking about it. And our media keeps it going.
I'll be darned. Well, I'll have to look into that. Thank you so much. We're going to track that wacky conspiracy theory. I'm just kidding. But no, many people kind of call people wacky when they come up with things like false flags and conspiracy. But you might be right. Maybe Barack Obama is doing just that, creating a diversion so that we can cover up this Ponzi scheme economy that we've got going.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, well, thank you so much for calling, Connie, and we'll get back to you another time. Thank you. Good luck with that movie.
Take care.
Okay, bye. All right, that was my lovely sister. Now, we are going to get to the beer, and we're going to continue the record up here. Hang on. Sorry for that interruption, everybody. That was my sister calling. She's on location doing a movie, and we're just, happy to hear from her. And she brought up a really interesting point. She said that Ebola is a hoax. That a lot of people are talking about how they're bringing troops home already, like they solved the problem. There's still talk of spreading in the U.S., but the original theory that many of these people had was that it was a vaccination that they're working on to contaminate the entire population. Now, I know that many people are commenting on the size of my cone head. Well, it's because many of the conspiracy theorists think that Barack Obama is a reptilian. You see, right on the side is a scar, and you look at it in his pictures, you'll see the scar. And, well, let's be clear. There's no way for sure that we would know if Barack Obama is a reptilian unless we did a DNA test. And we can't do a DNA test because nobody can seem to get to Barack Obama's DNA. You see, Barack Obama was involved in a White House incident about a year ago. And a woman by the name of Miriam Carey claimed that she needed to talk to Barack Obama, and she'd gone to the White House like 5 or 6 times. And people in the neighborhood had seen her car, and she'd never gotten in. And on the 5th or 6th time, the Secret Service managed to throw some sort of a bike rack on the back of her car, and she was scared, so she ran away, and they started firing at her. And then they followed her about a mile back into D.C. and killed her, point blank. And she wasn't even armed. And her family has had a lawsuit asking for a paternity test of Barack Obama. And the judge in the D.C. District Court said that the case was frivolous, that Secret Service acted according to proper protocol, and that they had killed her at point-blank range with 5 shots to the back of her head. And even though she wasn't, so to speak, bearing any weapons. She had no weapon. And there's other evidence from various sources that there were 2 people in the car along with her child. Yet that whole story was suppressed, including the DNA test for a paternity suit, claiming that she was the mother of Barack Obama's love child. Now, that being put away, we've got other DNA tests that have just never been able to be seen, like the Osama bin Laden situation. You know that during May 2nd, 2011, when they allegedly killed Osama bin Laden, there was no actual DNA evidence presented by the Carl Vinson lawsuit of an international court that the bin Laden family put together. Actually said that they needed the State Department to present proof that they actually killed Osama bin Laden, and they didn't. The State Department did not present any DNA evidence, and that alone is suspicious. The fact that Barack Obama had to do this attack on Abbottabad just 2 weeks after Donald Trump asked him about his birth certificate is kind of strange, too. It's kind of like, let's cover up that issue with another one. Kind of like what my sister just said on the phone, that maybe this Ebola thing and the whole scare is to keep our eyes off the economy, which is clearly melting down. In my area, for instance, a couple stores have just closed down completely. Yogurt store that just opened last year is now closed their doors. A lot of stores are closing their doors in lieu of the real economic slide that America is involved in. Now, if you think that this country is not sliding, then you're quite mistaken. You're basically living a delusion that I can't say how deluded you are because my head keeps falling off here. Hang on. There's something about a rubber band that keeps getting tighter and tighter and tighter. I think I need a little bit more white on my head because, yeah, we're going to do a long video here. Yeah, I'm just getting started. We're going to, oh, that's a little too much. We're going to roll a marijuana cigarette, and you're going to experience what that's like. In case you've never seen anybody roll a marijuana cigarette. But when Barack Obama admitted that he smoked marijuana most of his adult life, it occurred to me it'd be foolish for me not to smoke marijuana on the show. In lieu of the fact that everybody's been saying, broke, go ahead and smoke marijuana on the show because its recreational use is okay in Washington State. So I managed to find a little marijuana at one of the local recreational providers, legal, of course. It appears to be a high quality of Sinsemilla. See the bud right there? That's good. That's the kind of marijuana that Barack Obama would have smoked in 1978 when he did crack. They had some good weed back then, from what I hear. I don't know. I didn't smoke marijuana till 1981, when I was 21 years old. You see, I waited for my lungs to mature. Hey, I'm getting a little hot in this jacket here. Well, no, I'll leave it on. Thanks. Anyway, okay. So, where was I? False flags, like Ebola, Sandy Hook, to get gun control. That's one of the things that many people are thinking he did. The other question is always on our mind. If Barack Obama had not picked all these lobbyists to be key people in his administration the day that he said emphatically that he was not going to hire lobbyists in his administration, he chose Kathleen Sebelius that day, the director of Health and Human Services, the former director. She was a lobbyist in the healthcare industry. And he chose Mark Patterson, the chief advisor to Timothy Geithner. He was a lobbyist for Goldman Sachs. So you see, he lied. And I'm sure a lot of you have already come to the conclusion Barack Obama lied throughout his presidency. So I'm not telling you anything new. But in lieu of that, I just think that, he's putting on years. He's getting grayer. Our country's getting poorer, except for a few people like Mark Zuckerberg, who continue to take free money from the government. Prints up from the Federal Reserve, gives it to Mark through Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs. Anyway, Mark is a classic example of a greedy pig. Yeah, and I'm not afraid to tell you because, frankly, I think he's sucking so much money in, he gave $19 billion out to WhatsApp, an application that has a couple pages of code and 4 competitors on the international market that are going to basically roll him over. So what's wrong with Mark Zuckerberg is wrong with our country. He allowed them to buy him off because he's so greedy. And why did the government want Facebook? Because they already had Google. They already invested in Google through shell corporations like In-Q-Tel, DARPA, and the defense contractors have all, you hear that? That's an F-18. That's the very plane that's flying over Syria dropping bombs. I wouldn't doubt that that plane is heading off into combat, and it's going to deliver bombs on civilians right now, on its way. Who knows? Or they could just be training over this 50,000 population area where I live, here in the Pacific Northwest. So anyway, these false flags and this control over our country has been part of a plan put together by his handlers. Barack Obama is just a puppet. So when you ask, is it right to make fun of Barack Obama? Heck yeah, it's our right. It's called freedom of speech. It is my inalienable right to actually impersonate, parody, imitate anybody I want. And if you deny me of my right, you will lose in court, because the Supreme Court rulings are all in favor of what I'm doing right now. I mean, I don't mean to talk about it, but many of you are aware that in the 1970s, the KKK gathered at a bridge, and they had signs, and they were saying, you know, down with black people, whatever. I don't support racism. But the Supreme Court allowed them and encouraged them to continue using that methodology to reach out to the American people with their message. You see, everybody has a right to their message, and that's what makes this country great. If we were in England right now, we would not be able to say any word that would be offensive to anyone. For instance, Pakistanis are commonly called Pakis. But if you say that out loud in England, you can be arrested for racism. In America, you cannot be arrested for that. It's all protected under freedom of speech, and we're going to make sure that that is protected in the future. All right, so let's be clear. I'm getting a little thirsty, but I still got a little of my coffee. I'm drinking that. We're taking a lot of time to do this show today. We're doing a long record. Everything's recorded. The whole show, the whole shebang. So you're wondering, okay, what's next? Well, is it marijuana or is it Bush beer? I almost think that I should promote my sunglasses real quick. There you go. Notice how I kind of look like Muammar Gaddafi? That's because we took him out. You see, the CIA and the NATO forces, comprised mostly of Americans, were called to task by the World Bank to eliminate Muammar Gaddafi because he was causing a threat. He was trying to create his own currency, and he had a lot of money, a lot of gold, and a lot of water. And he was going to take all those resources and control that part of the world. And they got rid of him. How did they do it? They claimed that he was attacking people with jets, his 5 F-15s that he had in his fleet. That's about all he had. And then he said that he wouldn't agree with them. He wouldn't really give up his power. And they decided to terminate it. And it took about 6 weeks. They created a no-fly zone in which they claimed he violated it within about 5 minutes. They were launching 5,000 rockets and 234 ICBMs in the toilet. That's right. ICBMs in the toilet. Oh, anyway, they got rid of Muammar Gaddafi and executed him. Actually, he was sodomized with a knife when he died. That's right. After he died, he was sodomized. So there was no justice for Muammar Gaddafi. And I must tell you that Barack Obama was a real good puppet for the New World Order when they wanted to take Libya down, because Libya was one of those central banks that nobody wanted to allow into the international community. And they wanted to just take over his money. And they did that. And, you know, Chris Stevens probably knew a lot about that. And that's one of the reasons why he was probably killed. But let's not talk about that until a little later. That's going to be the Benghazi discussion, which will be happening in about 15, 20 minutes. Okay, well, let's be clear. I will use executive privilege to stop anyone from questioning anything I say. I will use my incredible shield of blackness to keep anyone from asking me pertinent questions about my administration. I will use the shield of blackness in order to maintain what I believe is the security of the president, so that no one questions me. You like that? Anyway, let's get down to business. Drink a little more coffee, jack myself up, and then I'll drink a little Bush beer. Then I'll get a little tipsy. I wish I could bring Michelle in here, but she's not. She's busy working on her prosthesis. I like that coffee. It's rich Colombian coffee, kind of like the kind that Scarface drank in the movie Scarface. It's rich Colombian coffee. Okay, say hello to my rich Colombian coffee. Okay, Mr. Sosa, say hello to my little friend. Just kidding. Anyway, we're going to get to the marijuana cigarette as soon as I figure out how to hold the camera and show you how to roll a joint. So I'm going to set up camera number 2 and bring it out here and put it on the computer here. There we go. And take my handy-dandy sunglasses, which you can order coming up on davidsponheim.com. Okay. And we're going to take a look at the camera number 2. Now, in the corner of the screen, while we roll this this joint, or this blunt, so to speak, let's set it right here. Oh, a little crotch shot there. Oh, sorry about that. Well, I am fairly well endowed, but you don't have to look at my crotch now. Stop looking at my crotch. Yes, this is live. I told you it was live. My God. My God, man. I mean, come on. We got a show to do here. And you're not helping matters. All right. Let's take a look. Okay. Let's zoom out here a little bit. Okay, the art of rolling a joint. That's what we're going to discover here in this little area. See this? We got the marijuana, we got the rolling papers, and we've got the magic ingredient, a little lighter. And you're saying, David, are you serious? You're seriously going to roll a joint on camera? Well, if you're recording this for perpetuity, you're not going to be able to see this on my full record. So let's be clear. Now I'll put the microphone there. You can still hear me. I keep holding my head down because my reptilian brain keeps leaking out of my ears. And what do you think of my ears? You like them? Well, let's be clear. I'm looking pretty good. In fact, I haven't even stood up once in the show. Let me do a little dance routine for you. Come on. We go hip, hop, the hippity, the hippity, hip, hip, the hop. Oh, hang on. Okay. We go hip, hop, the hippity, hip, hip, the hop. You don't stop record until the band stops playing. Say, up, chuck the boogie to the band of the boogie to beat. We go he-bop, rhubarb, Scooby-Doo. Guess what? America, I love you. Well, that was a little Cool in the Gang rap song. But yeah, let's get down and boogie. We're all happening right now. Okay. I'm going to put my jacket on. Looks a little bit more professional. Okay. Thank you. All right. Well, yep. I know. I'm built like a stud. I know you saw my nipples. I heard you looking at my nipples right there. Okay. You know, I'm not the only person that thinks that Barack Obama is a lying president. So when I do these videos, oh, there I am. When I do these videos, my goal is to wake you up, because you're not awake. You're asleep. If you were awake, you'd understand that Barack Obama has been taking our country closer and closer to a perilous attack from Russia, pissing off Putin, calling him a jackass, and basically turning our nation into a hellish nightmare with the threat of terrorism and ISIS, whatever that is, and all those fake videos of beheadings. They can't even get the blood right. You notice that? When they sever the head, there's no blood spurting. It's all cut like in a Hollywood studio. I don't get that. You think with all the money that we're paying the CIA, they could do a better job of impersonating jihadists or caliphators or Islamic State people, whatever. Okay. So we can bounce and we can play and we can have fun and we can smoke some marijuana. We can do whatever we want. All right. Let's take a look. Positioning microphone. Well, I know you want to see the whole show. I got it. You'll see it. It'll either be right here, right now, or tomorrow, and we'll come back for more later, or whatever. Okay. In honor of the Bush administration, which I believe probably still, well, they don't even run this company because there's a C here. You see, Bush is B-U-S-H, and there's a C in this word. So you see, it's not the real Bush beer. Not like Obama has beer. And what president shouldn't have beer and drink all the time when he's just a puppet? You know? I mean, he's got to fill up the day somehow. All right. So you're asking, how do we take the bud from the preparatory stage? And stop looking at my groin, please. I'm asking you. I appreciate that. We take our handy-dandy paper, and what I like to do